Hey guys, back here again with another review, this time of the collaborative effort World on Drugs by the trap legend Future and newcomer Juice WRLD. Future, a well-established name in the industry, has had its fair share of collaborative projects, with one of the biggest of the decade, besides maybe like Watch the Throne by Kanye and Jay-Z. Him and Drake came out with What a Time to Be Alive that had massive hits like Jumpman on it. And then just late last year also, he worked with Young Thug on Super Slimy. And this year alone, Future has come out with two projects just prior to this. One for the movie Superfly, as he made the soundtrack where he features on a good amount of the songs on there, as well as Beast Mode 2 a few months back. Juice WRLD blew up in the early months of 2018 as his song Lucid Dreams skyrocketed to the top 10 on Billboard, while other tracks like Black and White, All Girls Are the Same, and Wasted featuring Lil Uzi all have been making the rounds. All those tracks ended up being on his debut mixtape Goodbye and Good Riddance. Then out of the blue, Juice WRLD and Future dropped this random single Fine Shine in the middle of the week last week with no real heads up about it, and then 2 days later released the full-length album. The first thing I really want to touch on here is their chemistry with each other, as both of them have extremely distinct voices, and Future's in particular can seem to not blend well with other certain artists. For the most part, when their voices do overlap, they do mix well, especially when Future doesn't bombastically contort his voice to sound strange. I also noticed that Juice WRLD's go-to producer that produces all his hits is nowhere found on this, Nick Mura, and instead, a lot of the songs, there are a few producers that produce one-off tracks here and there, but two songs by the big producer Watt, who's done several songs for like Post Malone and a few other guys, and then as well as the guy that does a majority of the tracks on here, Wheezy. And the problem with this is Wheezy's style more complements how Future likes his beats, with Future not really liking having big melodies inside the instrumental, more just kind of being some background kind of noise to kind of for him to bounce off of and just be himself, because his voice is so wild, and it kind of like Young Thug a little bit, how he just kind of randomly just vocalizes at points for no reason, and that with a melody in the background can just seem odd. So just not having a big blasting melody in the beat can help Future kind of just sound better on his own. But then for Juice WRLD though, Juice tends to use the melody of the actual song to work it into the melody of the choruses, verses and stuff. So without that melody in the background for him to use, he kind of loses a lot of that, with several tracks not having a real interesting melody that Juice WRLD gives. Although there are a few, it's nothing like Goodbye Good Riddance, where every single track has a catchy hook. And how I did say that these are more Future's kind of beats, yet this, he doesn't really seem to stick on this. The interesting wild vocalizing and weird stuff he does when he raps and sings just isn't really found on this project, other than very, very select cases. It seems that he just didn't really land his mark, making himself a major staple of why you'd want to listen to this album. And honestly, the only track on this project that I preferred Future over Juice WRLD on the song is the title track, World on Drugs. And outside of that, he's really just seems to be kind of a compliment at points for Juice WRLD. And really, on the track that I really hate the most is one without Juice at all, Oxy, featuring Lil Wayne. Future provides an intentionally screechy chorus and verse that I just find it so difficult to get through. And Lil Wayne's verse is kind of just whatever too, so it's not even really a highlight of the track, but I just found this song just horrendous. And like I said earlier, Juice does kind of lose a lot of that interesting melodies for his singing on this without those more melodic instrumentals with him, but he does come through here and there, like on the track Shorty, where it does have a bit more of a dreamy bell lead on it that could be seen as a more interesting melody, and coincidentally enough, the chorus on that one is a bit more catchy than the other ones. Reeler and Reeler is another track that I found to have a really catchy chorus, and this one kind of for a different reason, not because the melody of the instrumental complements Juice WRLD, but because the beat is actually unique, unlike pretty much every other beat on this album. a buzzy synth just fills the entire chorus, filling the empty space there while Juice delivers this interesting chorus. And then to contradict that on the verses, so it's still fresh going in and out of the chorus, is some noise I just can't put my finger on as it bounces back and forth between your right and left ear. Lyrically, Future gives some lines that I just question why he ever thought it'd be a good idea to say that, like on the song Red Bentley, the chorus on that thing. My God, Future, I have no clue what he was thinking, how that would sound good, how it would be catchy or anything. It sounds bad, the lyrics are bad, it's just not a good time. And Juice doesn't seem to have improved his lyrical abilities at all since Goodbye and Good Riddance, with a lot of, he has had some kind of odd lines in the past, but they're kind of dismissible, along with some good ones like the lucid dreaming, like lucid dreams of the line about lucid dreaming. As it was, there were a few interesting metaphors on that album, but on this one it seems to just be a complete miss, with really lines that you kind of wonder how it even made it as an actual line in a rap song. It really just sounds like something someone would say. Juice WRLD comes with some good ideas here and there, but doesn't really live up to the level that he's built himself up to at this point. And Future doesn't really help either, just kind of being the mush in between Juice's verses and choruses, that and his highlights are few far in between to really be anything good or interesting. So in the end, I'm going to give this album a 4. So let me know what you guys thought of the album, what you guys thought of the review. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want. Check me out on Twitter and SoundCloud, and I'll talk to you guys next time. See ya. Bye.